Good Wednesday morning, November 26th. It's the day before Thanksgiving, so it's Thanksgiving Eve, I want to say. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Chat. We hope that you're having a great start to your morning. We get to spend a few minutes this morning with Eric Tidmore from 1% Lists Scenic City. Thank you so much for making the time to be here, Eric.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. We hope that you are going to have a blessed Thanksgiving season, you and your family, everybody at your brokerage. Tell me a little bit about inventory-wise what you guys are working with right now.
Well, typically when you hit this time of year, inventory starts to drop.
Sure.
People are like, oh, it's the holidays. They're putting the Christmas decorations up and such, and inventory starts to drop. As far as a seller, people say, well, should I sell during holidays? Yeah, absolutely. We have two particular clients right now that we have taken photos with the decorations up. If the house doesn't go under contract by the end of the year, they'll take the decorations down. We'll do a new set of photos.
Gotcha.
As inventory drops, people have less to choose from. So it might be a great opportunity to have your house on the market.
Absolutely. That is a big thing because I think it's during the holidays. I mean, there might be some people are pinching their pockets thinking, I don't have as much money because I just spent them all on Christmas presents, or I spent it all on the Thanksgiving meal, or whatever you want to be making seasonally. But you're saying it's not a bad time to still be going out to the market.
To list your house. And also as a buyer, our inventory is higher now than it has been in the last, say, 5, off seasons. I consider the off season once we hit Thanksgiving until about mid-January. I say real estate's like a roller coaster. The bottom of that roller coaster, Thanksgiving to mid-January. But as far as a buyer, you still have a lot of choices, and you have the opportunity to get some concessions. And when I say concessions, maybe some closing costs paid for, maybe a home warranty.
Sure.
It's a great time to move into a new house as well.
And something we always ask you when you're here about the 1% listing fee. For people who aren't into real estate, maybe don't know what that means, really what sort of advantage are you giving to people right off the market?
Well, it's a huge advantage for a seller. It's a 1% listing fee. Your typical agent's going to charge you 2.5% or 3%. A $300,000 house is going to save you $6,000. A $500,000 house is going to save you $10,000. And you get exactly what you would get plus a few extra pieces with any other realtor in town. We invest a lot of money in marketing. Hopefully you've seen, of course, all of our commercials,
all of our billboards. I've seen your face all over billboards. I'm like, that's my homie Eric. There he is.
That's it.
It's amazing.
But we really prospect for buyers for our listings, and that's a big piece. A lot of people put it in the MLS, put a sign in the yard, but we're actually actively prospecting to find buyers for our listings.
And I think that really is a big part of what sets you apart, because there's amazing, obviously, local real estate agents all across the town, and there's so many just incredibly talented people, but you guys are out there really shaking the hands, doing the dirty work, doing all the things, and really putting the boots on the ground to be able to make things happen, especially during the holiday season. As you're saying, this isn't a bad time to be a seller or going to be a buyer, obviously come into the market. Maybe for a newlywed couple or somebody that's just got married, that could be save for a honeymoon, go towards a house. That could be your Christmas present this year instead of whatever stocking stuffers people are going to buy.
actually got a couple. We're closing their house on the 11th, brand new house. They've bought all new Christmas decorations. They're ready to move in. They're going to spend 3 or 4 days, and they're spending their first Christmas in their brand new house.
That's so exciting, and I think that's something about the season of giving as well. During the holiday season, it's a little bit extra magical, and hopefully the moving is a little bit less stressful when you're doing it during the Christmas season.
I don't know about less stressful.
I don't know about less stressful. Maybe
you know
more
what? That's
magical.
my job. I make it easy for you.
Absolutely. So we can enjoy all of the good things out there. Remind me as well, talked a little bit about the holidays, a good time to buy or sell, a little bit about that. Anything else you want to kind of put people's minds at ease during the holiday season?
The holiday season, a lot of people worry about it. And I say if you have your house on the market, say the day after Christmas, say, well, what are we going to do about showings?
Sure.
It's okay. We can take a couple days off from showings. If we have somebody with some interest, I'll call you, say, hey, we've got some people, they're from out of town. That's another thing to consider. During Thanksgiving and during Christmas, you have a lot of people traveling, coming in to visit family. Well, a lot of them are thinking about relocating back home.
Absolutely.
They're driving around the neighborhoods. They're seeing for sale signs. They're sitting there after they ate all that turkey. They're on their phone. And
they get to go over and see a beautiful scenic view and think, maybe I do want to move to Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Exactly.
That is the thing. We're cooking it for you up here. But that brings us to our poll question of the day, sponsored by 1% Lists Scenic City right here. And the question is just short, simple, and easy. Are you hosting Thanksgiving? Yes, the oven is on, or no, I'm traveling. Or there's also maybe an option maybe you could put in for the no of I'm just going to show up and be the person who eats the food. I think that's what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving. But you can use that QR code right there on your screen to participate, and you can also go to WDEF.com/vote now to use our 1% List question of the day. Are you hosting Thanksgiving? Eric, are you hosting Thanksgiving?
We are.
You are hosting Thanksgiving. But there you go.
I did go to Honey Baked Ham and bought everything.
You bought everything.
So yeah, the oven's not going to get a whole lot of use.
We'll be back after this.